Welcome to TeaHC, the loafing and relaxation show, brought to you today by our sponsor, Elliptical the Third Productions. Before our usual introductions, I would like to dedicate this fourth episode of TeaHC to a close friend of mine, Brian John LaBelle, who is the lead guitarist and instrumental composer for our music project called YUL, that both Williams are a part of. He is currently battling mono, and we wish him the best of luck and a swift and safe recovery to health. So, as usual, I'm your host, Anthony, and today I'm joined by my co-host, William. How you doing?
High as fuck.
Oh, yeah? Yo, it's so bad, isn't it? How about you, Greg?
What if that mic was a cop?
Yeah.
You failed your test right away.
You really would.
Even then, you're allowed to smoke in your house by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if I was saying, yeah, I'm going to this corner at 5 o'clock and I sell, $300 worth, that's illegal.
Oh, you mean distributing?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, totally.
You're allowed to consume it. It's just if you're part of distribution and merchandising or whatever.
Yeah,
that's
you're making
legal.
because I think there's a level where if it's less than 5 grams that you're giving to someone, no, I think less than 3 grams that you're giving to someone and you're caught, you technically can't be fined because it's not considered an legal transaction. That's what I've been told for cases in Montreal.
Basically, anything that they can't tax you on is a problem.
Mm-hmm.
And they can't tax you on that yet.
True.
True. I knew this friend. This is a really awkward story. This friend and his dad was part of this really big mailer company, like U.S. Post.
Oh, okay.
Or no, Canada Post. And even if you said there were drugs in the mail, but it was less than 5 grams, they couldn't open it.
Yeah, because it's not that problem. But that's so true because when I was getting my guitar shipped from England to here in Montreal, they had to inspect it because it was over 7 pounds.
Exactly.
Yeah, because they had to make sure that the weight hadn't been screwed with by putting drugs in the instrument. So I was so freaking angry because it took me 3 months to get my guitar instead of it taking a month maximum because they had to inspect it and all that.
Yeah, then you just get put on a list of stuff to do.
Yeah. So crazy. But that's some other stuff.
Yeah, and I'm here. Hi, I'm Greg.
Yo, I gave you a little bit of introduction, whatever. But I actually want to talk about our first topic, if that's cool with you guys.
Let's go.
So earlier this week, I went to this really interesting seminar. It was bland, but it was very interesting. And it was held by the University de Streets, which is by the Office of Community Management at Concordia University, which is pretty big. So it's basically this coffee shop type discussion show and a critical thinking seminar. So it's really, really cool. It's held by this older woman named Abby, who's 40 plus years been an activist. So they always usually do these really controversial topics. And the one I held was about internet privacy and security once you're online and the deep web and stuff about that. And it was really cool because one of the guest speakers who was there was considered someone to be a white hat hacker. So it's a hacker who works for the government to help them with safety issues and security issues for the government. And I found it so really interesting. But I actually wanted to know what's your opinion of that when it comes to internet security and all that and anonymity, do you feel it's a really big thing?
Yeah. I mean, do you know what Tor is?
See, that's really interesting that you bring that up because they brought that up in the seminar. But for people who don't know what it is, I think it'd be pretty cool if you could explain.
I watched a documentary about how it got invented and why it came into place.
Yeah.
And it's called the Onion router. So basically, it reroutes your your IP address into think of it like a Go fish pile, so you never know how it came in and how it goes out or where it gets sent.
Yeah.
And it was invented by the U.S. government because they wanted to, when secret agents talk to each other, that they couldn't be tracked down. But the thing is, they realized that if only the government uses it, then you know who's using it. So they gave it to the public for free, so anybody goes on can't be tracked down, or theoretically. And yeah. You can access anything in You can download anything and it won't get back to you or make transactions.
Yeah.
And you know, a lot of people use the network.
Yeah, you feel like it would be such an underground thing, right? But yeah, it's like super.
No, like almost like I think 20 million people use it, and they just like they can trade drugs. They can trade. I could give you $5,000 and like nobody would know that I gave you $5,000.
Yeah,
you know if it was like fraud or stuff like that.
That's so crazy.
Actually, now, dude, if let's say I'm a rich businessman,
yeah,
I could send you millions of dollars online because it's all electronic.
That's probably what happens. That's how people get like rich overnight. I feel like.
I mean, drugs is quite the industry to get cash fast. So
true. So, if you're like transactioning drugs in a way where the police or government aren't able to,
there's like a bunch of just black market sites. There's just like crazy sites. There was a guy in my English class who sat in front of me who was telling me about how he's like friends with like top of the line hackers and stuff. Damn. And like he told me like sometimes when they wanted to troll me, they would just like take over my computer and like start like searching things on the internet and stuff like while I was on it. I was just like, it just goes to show that like fuck.
Yeah, like
the servers are just. I don't know if I trust even doing electronic information because I mean if a hacker could literally change the direction that it's going in, like
dude, you could do more than that. There's a huge culture of DDoSing, which you know, which is just like people who are like live streaming. Someone will hack the computer, access anything they want, like, and because it's live, they can't stop it. So like,
that's so dangerous.
Yeah, so you could be like streaming to like 10,000 people, and then you can't move your mouse, you can't move your computer, you can't even close it because he overrides it, and you can't do anything.
What?
Yeah.
And I can't believe that could happen electronically, like over the internet or over like some type of server.
It signs into your bank account in front of like thousands of people. And
I wonder if, say someone does take over your computer, you completely unplug your computer, like direct power for it. When you plug it back in, if they would still have control over it.
See, that's something
if it's offline, you have to keep it off the router and the modem.
Yeah. Because that's probably where the connection is coming from.
Mm-hmm. But doesn't your like IP address change like most of the time? Yeah, because no, because when I used to make servers, when I used to give my friends my IP,
that's different. That's different though. But your router has its own IP.
No, I know that.
But no, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
It's because you create like a subset. It's like it's called port forwarding.
Yeah.
Damn.
You know, it's weird. Anyways.
Man, that's so crazy. That thought, though. Like, it's really interesting because I feel like in the most recent James Bond movie, Skyfall, they lightly touched onto that topic because the main villain, spoiler or not, is like this crazy hacker guy who has like a bunch of like servers in the island where he lives. It's so cool. Shit. But definitely recommend that. I think it's Daniel Craig's fucking last Bond movie. I think it's his best work.
I think I saw Skyfall, but right now nothing comes to mind.
Yeah, it's just too high.
Okay, wait, but you found out about the dark web and stuff like that?
Yeah, like we lightly touched onto that subject when we had the seminar held by University of Streets. Mm-hmm. They were talking about how like Tor is kind of a way to manage and make the black market more like accessible, and making people from the deep web kind of interact with like just normal people who wouldn't really know what the deep web is. So I feel like that's kind of how a lot of crime happens in a digital age, through that type of stuff.
Shit, man.
Where it's like through Tor they're able to like somehow like access information about them and then like track them down and like kill them or whatever. I know if the other William was able to come here today, he has a few stories about that he like read online that fictionalized for the safety of the people, like the names are changed or the certain events have changed, like setting for example. But but like apparently most of it's supposed to be true, and it's these really creepy stories where people from like the dark web like infiltrate like a home of an innocent person. So it was like really, really crazy.
It's fucked up.
But yeah, so it was kind of a bland seminar, but the topics were really interesting, I find. And I feel like if they had more people who would be like into that culture, like maybe younger people like us, because most of that age range was like older 20s, 30s, people who weren't born with the internet but got it as an accessory later in life. So yeah, I felt like if they had people like who are 19 or like less than 19, it would have been a pretty cool.
I wonder if seeing how like crazy unsafe the internet is now and like having all this, I wonder if like the first computers, if they would have known that this is what it would have caused, they would have ever even gone through with building them.
Yeah, true. It made the advancement that was needed. Yeah.
Or make it some, I don't know, who invented the internet?
The internet or the computer?
The internet. Because I mean, the internet is where most of this happens.
Like I say, it's the government that put the powerhouse.
Yeah, put like the funding behind the project for it to move.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like companies who wanted to just contact each other through computers, and they created like a neural network, and then the government was like, if this was accessible to everybody, like.
Mm-hmm. And it's really interesting because even before that, the thought of the computer came at World War II when the government needed a way to infiltrate transcommunications, and they thought like this a device called a computer would be able to work. And like there's a whole movie.
Talking about the Turing machine.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, by Alan Turing. Yeah, because that's what was considered the first computer.
Yeah, that's the first computer. But he's talking about like who set up the internet network.
Did you actually watch? What's the creator of Mac? Steve Jobs, right?
Mac. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you ever see the movie about like him when like Ashton Kutcher plays him younger?
Apparently, it's
good. It was like really good. It was like you see like his first computer and it's like made out of wood.
My God.
And I was like, what the fuck?
Was it maple? Like, I don't know.
Actually, they say the name of the wood because there's a specific wood that's like strong but was able to like cool off the parts inside, like have.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because like he thought this through or something. Like wood that breathes or something like that. Like it's some.
Okay, yeah. So like the parts don't get like overheated in the area.
I mean, it was still basic as hell.
That's funny. That's so funny.
Although, oh man, I really miss like the old triangle desktop Macs, like that all had different colors in the back.
Yeah,
those were so huge bubble.
If you were a '90s kid, like you used to have like at least one friend that had one. It was
oh
like,
my God.
Shit.
Oh Jesus
and
Christ.
The fucking mouse, like big round white mouse, the little button.
Do you remember a time when like Mac wasn't even on the map? Just like when I was in high school, like nobody really had an iPhone and nobody really wanted one.
Yeah.
Until like more towards like the end, where like I think iPhone started getting popular like third generation.
Yeah. Yeah, because before that it wasn't really a thing.
Trash. Well, I mean, they did always have the ones with the wheel. That was like fucking good, and it always like had so much storage.
No, there was like the BlackBerry. You mean like other phone companies?
Well, the thing is, a lot of BlackBerry had the market first, right?
Yeah,
everyone had a I had a
flip
BlackBerry.
phones.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Razr.
Yeah, Nokia was in there also.
The Nokia bombs.
My mom had the Motorola.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That shit's top of the line. Oh man. Yeah, no, for sure.
So yeah, I just found it like it was cool topics, and honestly, I definitely want to give them a shout out because they really do have cool stuff. I did check out their agenda that they gave out, which is kind of like a small pamphlet, and basically they have a seminar every week or twice every week until I think late April, early May.
Cool.
And it's always in different areas. Sometimes universities, sometimes like small coffee shops where they're able to rent out the whole place. And honestly, it's really cool because it's a chill vibe, free coffee, free food. And if you really want to have a nice like critical thinking like afternoon or night, like that's the place. And it's cool.
University of the Streets?
Yeah, University of the Streets. It's held by Concordia University. And that's what they do. And honestly, like going and thinking about it, even though I was very silent for the most part, I thought the stuff and the way they discuss things would be similar to what we do on the podcast, except that we just get like high as shit and sit on leather couches.
I mean, is it the environment that matters, or is it the information?
It's the environment.
Hey, yeah, sure.
Hey, wait, I told you about that fucking, that guy who kicked me out of the music studio because he needed to use it, the Vibes guy.
No.
Nope, never.
Yo, this story is good as shit.
Oh, good. Yo, I can't
Okay,
wait.
so
Yo, pass me that popcorn. I'm so ready.
yeah,
So ready. Yeah.
just bulk barred everyone.
Bomb.
Yeah, so last semester I had a singing class, and music department students have their own recording studio thing. So I was like, so I was in it one day, and I wasn't singing or anything. I was just like doing my homework stuff because it's like quiet, and it was like really early in the morning, and like usually no one's there. And then this one guy, like I hear him from the outside already because it's not completely soundproof. Also, I'm not playing any music, so it was just me thinking. And I hear on the outside like, oh, we're gonna have to kick this kid out now. I'm like, okay.
What?
Like, but I'm like pretending not to hear him. And it's just like he comes in with his group, and he's like, man, I'm sorry about the vibes I just killed in here. I know you were vibing it out to your homework. Everything here was vibe. It was really nice. But we really need this place. So once again, I'm so sorry to break your vibe, but we gotta make our vibe happen. All right, see you later, man. Peace. I was like, what the fuck did this guy just say?
Yo, what the hell?
He said like vibes like 30 times within like a minute, and like
I feel like he's the new Kanye West.
yo,
Because I so see him doing something stupid
he
as fuck
sounds
like that.
stoned as fuck. It's like vibes, man. Like fucking.
It's all about the vibe.
What's it called? Like the feng shui. It's like, oh no, feng shui is all wrong, man. Like.
And he just kicked you out.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, the way it works is if it's a bigger group, they have priority.
So,
But there's
get a 20-man band in there, no one's
Yeah.
gonna be able to top you.
Well, it's because you could have like if you're like two people singing a duet, you could like go find some place in the school. But whatever.
No,
That's so wild.
Snoop and his entourage.
Mm-hmm. That's why he's so famous. He just stayed in the studio all the time. Nobody was able to top him.
You know he live streams from his studio
Does he?
every day. Every day, he just like, what's up? Smokes a big joint, and he's like, welcome to Snoop Dogg and my bros
With my bros.
making music.
So basically, he's kind of doing a podcast, if you think about it.
Oh, it's a live stream.
Oh, okay, it's true, it's different.
And
He's not able to add out all the stupid shit we have to fucking deal with, like that horrible intro
I mean, what's
that
the
we're cutting
difference
out.
between like a podcast and a YouTube? It's literally just the footage.
Mm-hmm.
Like.
Yeah.
it's-
Could
it's
you
awesome.
elaborate? Because I don't think I'm following you.
Well, I mean, YouTube has a video attached to sound. We just have sound, and we make you picture the video.
That's true.
It's like, do you
Okay.
want to? What came first, though?
the
Like, well, I guess television influenced it, but like, was there just podcasts in the beginning?
you mean on the internet?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, it was
Probably
just
'cause of,
audio?
like the radio. Yeah.
Yeah, probably radio.
Well, I
for
mean,
sure.
did they have uploading systems like when computers were actually able to like have something?
Yeah, because most of the stuff today is pre-recorded. If I believe so, and also like the advertisements that they would have to do for the radio show, like back when it first started, like it had to be pre-recorded.
It wouldn't even surprise me if like the first like decent computers had like a radio application
Mm-hmm.
and like you could listen to the radio like from your computer. I wouldn't be like, I don't know, and that's technically a podcast. I mean,
Yeah,
radio is just
that's
a
true.
live podcast.
I don't know. I really don't know. So I know the old Commodores.
Mm-hmm.
They had. You could make like iMovies and like paint stuff videos. So does that technically count, or you mean like uploading a video that you took?
Probably that, yeah, because you're able to like edit it out and all that. But I have no clue.
Must have been till Windows Movie Maker.
Do you think so? Yeah.
Windows Movie Maker was
So much
was,
vape
like,
smoke. Jesus.
Yeah.
It's
Everything-
clouded.
Everything was done in MS Paint,
Oh my god.
and actually Excel has been around for a long time.
Uh-huh.
Because I know like Excel and Word, man, those were like, I mean, were they released the same time that they released an operating system?
I don't think so.
That's the real question. I mean, I think MS Paint was on the first Microsoft computers.
Oh, yeah, it was.
Because like that was like something that everyone had. That's why everyone knows what MS Paint is.
I couldn't tell you, man. Drawing so many blanks.
I don't remember my childhood.
Yeah, man. Can't remember
Well,
what my...
literally, I mean, they can't see it, but those are the computers of Christmas future. I mean, past.
Oh, yeah, the
The ones on the
towers.
side, the towers. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that black
What
one.
about that Wii U there? Yeah.
No, the Wii U is new. The Wii Switch comes out like in like 5 days, and I really want it, but I can't afford it. Anyways, there's the black computer. That was like my first computer, I believe, and that was so funny. My dad had a bunch of like 90s computer games when I was younger. Like he had like a Street Fighter sort of one with like pixels.
For context though, for the viewers, of course, that black tower computer is literally half the size of one you would see today. Like that thing is really small. What the hell?
It's short.
It's not that small.
But I mean,
I think it's pretty short.
The thing is, they didn't need as much space because it wasn't graphics cards weren't big, like, and all that shit. Yeah, and the one underneath it is like, I think that one's even older.
Yeah, see, look at that one. That
one's like it's like a model that like no one's ever seen.
The one with the.
I couldn't even tell you what the brand was.
My sister and I had one of those.
Oh, they're crazy. I mean, they were top of the line though at the time.
Yeah, of course. It was like some of that Asian stuff.
I mean, that's everything though, for that matter. Like, who knows? Like, we might go into the future and be like, mugs. What a bunch of plebs. Like, why did they use things to drink? Like, what? Like.
Yeah.
I was really lucky. I had a computer when I was young.
True. Because when I was born, I don't think that was a really big thing.
My dad works for audio visual, so we've always had the newest equipment.
My uncle's a technology major. He always worked for Bell, so whenever they would get rid of it, he would literally have to deal with it. Yeah. He had like a garage full of like old technology.
My God, that's wild.
The only thing I would really like from Bell, like a surplus of, would be TV remotes.
Oh my God.
And
yeah.
I would never lose it again.
I would use a TV remote as a weapon if I had to.
Why? How? What?
You mean like zombie apocalypse?
What are you gonna pause
like I'm on the
that?
couch, I'm watching something, and then like someone's like, "Give me your food," and I'm just like, "No."
Give me food. Because that's what zombies say.
I don't know.
Give me food.
I'm just thinking it would be a great weapon to throw.
Pasta fagioli.
Yeah, bro, that's what he wants.
You
What's
need
that
to eat pasta fagioli?
You take your pasta fagioli and throw it at him. Get out of here.
No, you take the remote control because you need the pasta fagioli.
Oh, okay. And
do you think you'll ever explain pasta fagioli?
I don't even know what pasta fagioli is.
He told
literally,
you.
like, I would
like,
tell you to look it up. Pasta fagioli is pasta with beans. Like, I believe...
Yeah, fagioli.
I believe lima beans. Not
Llama beans.
Hold on, I'll see if I could, like, get a picture. Talk about, like, I don't know.
Llama bean lazy.
Talk about guns and laws. I don't know. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, pasta fagioli.
Pasta.
Wait, fava beans.
No, it could be lima. Or the fava. It depends. If it's Italian, I'm not sure, though. Because I don't
Pasta
remember.
fagioli.
Yeah. Because pasta is obviously the pasta. You know, pasta fagioli. The fagioli part is probably the bean.
Yeah.
So it's pasta and beans.
Someone's trying to call me, but I can't answer. Yeah, basically all it is it's some garlic, some pasta, some parsley, some seasoning, some red pepper flakes, some salt, some some oils and celery and all that shit. And then you add like
the fagioli.
Yeah, the fagioli.
Which is the bean, you know.
Yo, you know who he's visiting right now? Jack and the Beanstalk.
Me?
What?
Yeah.
What do I look like him?
No, because you're talking about beans so much.
Oh, yeah, true. Yo, these are magic beans, yo.
If you plant a popcorn, does it grow?
Dude, you ever seen The Office?
Yeah, of course.
I've seen parts of.
Do you remember the episode where they have a garage sale, and Jim convinces Dwight to sell magic beans for like a telescope?
Oh yeah. I know that one.
Spends the whole episode bargaining his like paperclip or a pencil, and he ends up with a telescope. But his friend convinced him that these were magic beans, so he gave him a telescope instead.
What the fuck? That's so stupid.
It's comedy genius.
Before we get too off topic though, so yeah, internet security and all that.
Yeah,
Final thoughts? Ringing. Yeah, it's his phone. Answering it live on the podcast.
I'm not. It's just someone's trying to FaceTime me.
Final thoughts? Well, I think it's really important that everybody stays as anonymous as possible.
True.
Like, when you're using my computer, you're like, what's this duck thing? It's like Google, but it doesn't, there's no account. It doesn't track anything.
Yeah, true.
So like, when I type something, there's no history, there's no ads, there's no...
Which is great because they can't send you like anything, like no advertisement.
Well, not only that, but did you know that you can pay to have your link pop up when searching a certain keyword comes up?
Yeah, that's why Google is so flawed in like so many ways.
Like, let's say you look up Trump inauguration. Like the first things are all gonna be new stuff because they have to advertise themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And like they pay like $1,000 a day to have it there. It's stupid.
No, I know.
Well, this service, okay, when you type it, it just like whatever's most popular, literally.
Which is a lot better.
Anyways, I also want to say about privacy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what about dating sites?
Mm-hmm.
Is it a problem?
Because you're
You
literally
mean the dating thing or the fact that you're putting everything online?
Both.
damn.
You used to use OkCupid.
Yeah, I've used. Yeah,
But I
Gmail
see
too.
what
Okay,
you mean though, because
but okay,
it's
Cupid's
basically
scary.
yeah, it's basically like you're putting yourself out there to be found.
Found for love.
Uh-huh.
Don't diss the love, man.
Oh
Yeah,
my
no,
God.
okay, Cupid's scary. It's always like very ugly women. I mean, very
Unpleasantly looking.
unpleasantly looking women. No, yeah, it's scary, and like it barely updates because it like works around people around you, or like
Is that what? Is
Somewhat
that how it
close.
works?
yeah, sort of.
Mm.
I mean, the whole internet like love thing I think is really stupid. Like I hate texting for that reason
Yeah.
because I swear to God I've texted people long enough that they fell in love with me, and that's the
Bro.
stupidest thing that ever happened.
Yeah. It's cute though. But yeah, I agree.
No, but it makes it so you can't have human interaction
Mm-hmm.
because you're always just that's you. You're that little text bar that I receive on my phone. That's so stupid.
Damn.
Like, it's not me.
Have you ever made a fake account of someone or something when you were younger?
No, but
I bet you. Oh, sorry. No, that's me. So yeah, go on.
I have a friend who she's a Tumblrina, and she made an account of one of the like twins on.
Oh, hold on, what's a Tumblrina?
She's a girl that always goes on Tinder or Tumblr.
Okay.
And
Sorry, I'm not hip with the kids.
she made
That's
an
all
account of one of the twins on this show. It's like two blonde kids in like a hotel.
Oh yeah, Zach and
Maybe
Cody.
Kane,
Yeah, one of them,
Zach and Cody,
And she
yeah.
pretends to be him, and she has like 100,000 followers. It's the stupidest thing.
That's pretty dumb.
My sister makes fan pages, but like the name is the name of the person, and so like people really think it's that. She'll show you like she has actual famous vloggers and stuff like that following her Instagram channel or whatever, or page, whatever it is. And I'm just like so confused why this is happening, but it's just happening because people think she's someone that she's not. It's simple as that.
Do people actually message them?
Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
How many followers does she have?
I don't know. I know on one though she has like a couple 100,000, I think.
That's freaking wild.
Yeah.
What the hell?
What?
Dude,
It's a real market. Like yeah.
It's
What?
yeah. It's just making something. It doesn't matter what it is, but the name has to be something that somebody will believe. Let's say.
Which is very appropriate for your text thing, where it's like you're just that bar. You could say whatever you want, and it might like be able to manipulate them.
And that's not you.
It's
Yeah.
It's basically like clickbait for I don't know, for no reason.
Yeah, for like people in
Yeah.
general.
I mean, it's literally the definition of clickbait. Click it, but it's actually like something you don't give a shit about.
True.
And like, does she pretend? Like, does she play the part?
I have no idea. She probably does. My sister's a fucking weirdo.
It's on record.
Before we offend too many people, I thought it'd be pretty good to get a word from our sponsors, if that's okay with you too.
My sister's a
You have
weirdo.
You have a word?
So-
Alright, let's go.
All right, yeah, no, they had. I mean,
Speaking of,
yeah, exactly. Speaking of, so the 4th episode of TeaHC is brought to you by Elliptical the Third Productions, who is graciously and hopefully be funding 3 to 4 episodes for our first season. Elliptical is a podcast funding company that helps small podcast groups get a grouping in the internet entertainment world and help with publicity also. If you're interested in what Elliptical has to offer, in any of the forms of funding or publicity, visit the business page at stage12.com. Once again, thank you for Ecliptical, the third productions. That's at stage12.com. Something I did want to bring up, though, is what do you think about talking about how our seasons work here on the show? Because even though in the 4th episode, we still haven't really talked about how we're going to be doing seasons.
I don't think it really matters.
You don't think it's a real deal? Because I think
if we post every week at least, and then eventually we're just like, hey, we're gonna take a break for a while.
Yeah.
Then we come back.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty much it. Cause, like, if you say, I'm fucking sick of this and it's not going anywhere, or whatever, I'll just be like, okay, and like that's just gonna be it.
If Rick and Morty could do it, we could do it. Okay.
Yeah. Would that be okay? Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, don't get me started on Rick and Morty.
Oh my God. That's going to be our topic. But yeah, no, basically because since we are kind of the Dawson Student Podcast, in a way, because I guess most of the people who would be interested in this could be Dawson students. But I felt like maybe a season per semester and kind of following that train, I feel like it'd be kind of really good for people to know when we're going to be doing stuff and when we're not going to be doing stuff.
And we're going to be doing 15 episodes?
Yeah, I mean, we're going to make season 1 longer than the rest until, we get tired of doing it, is basically because since we got such a late start in uploading and recording, I felt like it's only appropriate to kind of do 20, 25 episodes for the first season and then drop down to 10 or 15 per season because we're going to follow the semester.
Exactly, you want to match the school schedule.
Yeah. So we're going to try to bring it at least once every week, and if not, like what we're going to be doing right now is probably doing twice a week so we can catch up, and then we're going to do it once a week, probably every Tuesday night, Wednesday morning.
I mean, for this season though, seeing how this is going into the summer, I mean, if 2 episodes a week becomes too much, like even 1 a week won't make that much of a difference.
Yeah.
'Cause if it goes into summer, it's like...
No, I mean,
people
I
are
only
more likely
want
to watch it in summer, seeing as they have more time.
True. That's very true, which is a good point. But also, I only wanted to keep it twice the uploads a week, mainly because we're just catching up for what we've already missed out at the beginning of the semester.
Fair.
Because at the time of this recording, it's week, 7. Yeah, it's week 7. So.
Don't tell me about it.
Yeah, no, I mean, we're not even hitting midterms, and that's something
I'm
I
hitting
don't want to talk about.
midterms.
No, mine are all next week.
I got a big 20% test coming this week.
Wow.
20% essay. Another 20% test, another class, and I think last week I missed a 15% test in another class.
Missed?
Yeah, because this kid doesn't fucking announce anything. Doesn't announce anything, doesn't put anything online, doesn't allow us to go to the bathroom during the class. Okay? This guy is Hitler.
As a French
Literally
teacher.
Hitler.
I didn't say literally, because you can't say literally unless, it's literally.
I was watching this YouTube video the other day, and
Maybe Stalin. He kind of cares.
he was playing this game, and you could have kids in it and shit. And so he has a bunch of freaking kids, and there's also random NPCs and stuff that he named though. One of them being tall Hitler.
What the fuck?
Because he's really tall, and the player model makes it look like Hitler. Anyways, it was funny as fuck. And so then he's trying to make a family tree of all his kids. So he goes to one of them. It's okay, this is my daughter, whatever, Cindy. She's married to tall Hitler.
What the fuck?
Well, Hitler, you're part of the family now.
That's so dumb.
Oh, it was so funny. Just the surprised look on his a father's face, what the fuck?
Nice one, Cindy.
Yeah.
You didn't get my consent for this.
You caught the big fish.
Oh, jeez.
This is kind of random and weird, but the Hitler timeline, or the family line, is going to end.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. The one kid...
I wonder why.
The one kid that successfully had children... Or, actually, no, none of his kids had children, but, his brother, or his, his dad's sister's children, which are technically under the Hitler name, they're gonna they chose not to have children because of their lineage.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it's like 3 guys, and they're all in their like 70s or something like that, and they live in Long Island. Most random people, but they're all like super close.
Live in Long Island?
That's really weird. Yeah,
they're
I would
Americans.
expect them to still be in fucking Germany.
I don't know.
That's weird.
Yeah, and they all have Hitler technically
No,
as their
even
last
Hitler's
name.
family left when they found out what he was doing. They
Yeah,
were like,
true.
Fuck this, we're on the next boat out.
Yeah, ciao.
Yeah, change your last name so you can't even tell.
Yeah, but it's interesting that they want to just kill heritage like that. Like, yes, he's
That's pretty powerful.
kind
if you
of an
think
awful
about it.
person,
Yeah.
but I mean, it's still pretty crazy to be history.
Mhm.
You know, I mean, technically, we all are history or going to be history,
Oh,
but
in the cosmos, you know.
Anybody listening in 1,000 years? I hope you guys still watch
should we
Gangnam
make
Style.
one of those fucking what are they called? Like you put all
Time
your
capsules?
Yeah, time capsules. Fucking put one with all like our mixtapes, but by mixtapes I mean podcasts, and we just
Yeah.
slam it in there and be like listened to in the year like 3000.
I would love that, to be
Just
honest.
dig it up in the backyard.
That'd be so cool.
Dude,
If I could tell my kids, hey, listen to this
Dude.
shit.
if we're, eventually gonna explode and whatever, people are gonna find artifacts of us are gonna be like, what if someone finds our technology but is not technologically advanced enough? Because like the
How did they
technology
get here?
for like 4,000 years ago is like a rock with like different lines, they can maybe read. But like what we're leaving behind,
Mhm.
like this computer, fuck this phone, if it manages to survive 1,000,000 years, like, isn't that crazy?
You're just gonna see Nokia phones everywhere.
Yeah.
They're the only ones that survive.
Yeah, I agree, honestly.
Like, who knows, man? In 1,000,000 years or like 50 million years, like life could start again. You never know. Because like, yeah, dude, we have 13 billion more years until the fucking the sun explodes or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, can you imagine how many lifetimes could pass, and
All of them.
how much we're gonna evolve if we survive?
True.
Well, that's it. But the thing is, we say that, and we don't worry about it because obviously it won't affect us. But we should be worried about it, and we should make something to get us the fuck off of this planet eventually.
Yeah.
Like, we can't stay here forever. We're fucking ruining everything on this bitch.
If we invested like a huge percentage of our money into space research, we could be gone by like the next century.
It's so
That's
stupid.
pretty awesome to think about that.
Yeah, but it's so, like, that's a possibility, and people are like, yeah, no, let's just stay in my house, drink my coffee, and
Yeah.
Pollute
Wait to
the
die.
earth. Yeah.
I mean, there's got to be a point. Like, okay, like the Earth is obviously decaying faster than we can actually.
dude, just
Build a way
climate
out.
change.
No, but that's it. Like, the world's dying, and we can't even make it past what? Jupiter? What's the recent planet we made it to that we finally got to?
You mean manned?
Yeah. No, technology.
Pluto.
Voyager.
Yeah, Pluto.
Voyager 2 took pictures of Pluto in a close flyby last year.
No, but I was reading an article. It's not. I don't think it's true. I think they got a
Yeah.
machine to the planet.
Yeah, no, nothing manned. We haven't even passed the moon.
Mm-hmm.
Did we not get to Mars?
Not yet.
Single tier.
No,
We
Nope.
need to get there.
we still have, I think, like 2-3 years before they try it.
Uh-huh.
If it fucking works. Yeah, because it's like 8 months or something like that.
Yeah, it's fucking... Yeah, that bitch is far.
Let's do it. But that's just it. See, we can't even make it to a planet
Or like 14 months or something
that,
like that.
like, without having it being 8 months, let alone having multiple people on it.
Yeah.
7 billion to be precise.
Oh, if you want to escape.
Yeah, if you want to, like, there should be an Earth evacuation. Actually, you know what? Something I was reading the other day. The Pentagon
Mm-hmm.
actually has plans in case of a zombie apocalypse.
Really?
Yeah.
That's pretty scary.
Well, I mean, because the act of a zombie is usually like there's some virus that worldwide spread. Like,
Yeah.
so it's basically that.
Mhm.
So yeah, I feel like a super
Well,
virus.
Yeah.
Like, I was just thinking, who knows what could happen? Like, if a disease just makes it so we have to survive on each other's flesh, you're technically a zombie. You don't have to be undead.
True.
Yeah.
That's zombie enough for you.
But you're kind of more of just a cannibalist. Or...
Yeah, but
That's
like,
true.
I don't know, a thirst for blood, man.
I bleed myself and like try and like put it in my mouth. God, the mercury taste is just awful.
Jeez. Well, that's actually pretty crazy though. But I think final thoughts on anything we've discussed this podcast, because I think it'd be appropriate if we finish the episode pretty soon.
Want to make it to space and try DuckDuckGo.
Invest your money in space. Go out, drain your bank accounts, put it in NASA. Let's go.
Yeah, man. I want to get the fuck off this bitch.
Yeah, try DuckDuckGo, please.
Yeah.
It's important.
Very important. And so yeah, I would say that's probably about it. And we will see.
No final thoughts from Greg?
Oh, well, he already said he wants to invest.
My final thought is no final thoughts.
Oh.
No comment.
All right.
No comment.
Bye, guys.